JP and Joey.
Opponents from San Antonio, Texas, at a combined weight of 429 pounds, the Dog Pound Tag Team Champions, Whiskey Sour, Beano Blue, the City Boys.
The City Boys are in the house.
Always a crowd favorite here at TSW, guys.
And of course, our Dog Pound Championship, they are the tag team champions from the Dog Pound.
Yeah, I believe H2Easy is going to have their hands full with the City Boys. I've seen these guys several times. They don't look like they're as intimidating as some of the other champions, but they know how to get it done.
The use of the mind games and the antics definitely going to be a factor in this game because I doubt very seriously that either JP or Joey have seen or faced competitors like these.
Yeah, I can honestly say I've never seen anyone throw their clothes over at their opponent across the ring like that.
Well, you know, he's sharing. Sharing is caring.
Yes, that is definitely what I tell my 8-year-old.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right, those are the championships on the line here. As everything gets underway, referee gonna have his hands full keeping this one in control tonight here, but that is an unenviable position that referee is in. But here we go, the bell rings, and thus it begins.
There we go with the hip bump, and looks like Whiskey's gonna start it off here.
The Cowboys don't know what to make of their opponents, but give them props for
well, that makes two of us.
getting on in there and getting after it as they lock up here. JP and Joey. Whiskey and Blue, and it's right up to that 4 count there. Uh-oh.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Right here. A true American hero that you can count on.
Wow. Some strong words for this audience here. As Whiskey readies to lock up again. And they lock it up right in the middle of the ring here. That's a side headlock there applied to Whiskey Sour. Couple of elbows there, turns it around, he's got that hammer lock in there. Oh, good grief.
See, they go with those mind games again. Yeah, I would have definitely tapped out. I don't know about you. As you just drop it low. There we go. I can tell you that the City Boys, they put a lot of effort into their outfits, but I don't know what's going on with Whiskey Sour. It looks like he's bleeding from the head. I don't know what's going on there. That was intentional.
I wonder if they did that airbrush art themselves.
Look, it's just a lot of gameplay here. See, that's, look, I'm out. I'm tagging in.
Whiskey there keeping up with the chant of the crowd by playing the buns.
I've never seen the buns played in the ring before.
Yeah, the buns.
I guess that's why they're the champs.
Played. Yeah, that's right. And here we go again. I got to lock this one up here. Yes. Hair. Referee calling it there. The hair being used that time.
Yeah, definitely grab some hair. Handful of hair. Look, I think they're tired of it. I think they're saying that's enough gameplay. It's time to wrestle. It's time to fight.
Joey with the rip there, and Whiskey jumped under, but that is they made a Joey sandwich.
Speaking of sandwiches. Well,
not only insulting, that had to hurt.
Yeah. That was a quick kick out.
Working now on that arm.
Yeah, you cranking that arm, I don't care who you are, that's going to get to you. However, Joey had an answer for that. Quick rollout kick to the head. Now JP's in, and there we go with hip toss. All right. All right.
Series of arm drags there, and locks that one in there on the last one. Does Beano Blue. These guys, of course, were students at the Dog Pound Dojo, and that's where they met, became a tag team. Tell you what they do is they get in here and they work hard and fight hard, and of course their antics are really just too good. Great, did you see that?
The double bulldog.
Great wrestling here.
Yeah, I'm telling you, he's blowing kisses in the middle of the ring and still kicking tail.
Yeah, that's exactly right. These antics, what I was getting at there, though, these mind games on their opponents are simply to get a little bit of the edge, but they are by no means the only tools in the pouch for the City Boys.
Yeah, don't get it twisted, folks. These guys are definitely effective.
Oh, no, did you see that?
Speaking of effective, that leg kick was greatness.
Oh, wow. That had to hurt, and that's going to do a bit of damage there to Whiskey Sour. Pin of that's get only 2.
That's why they call anything on the ropes high-risk maneuvers, because you never know how it's going to end. And there goes
great.
Blue.
That's right.
JP now firmly in control here. Blue coming in. Best to just stay in that corner over there, Blue, as now we got the double team happening here.
Speaking of easy.
Oh, double suplex there.
Double suplex. They're working like a well-oiled machine right now.
1, 2.
Yeah, Blue wasn't having any of that.
Bino Blue in there to break that count just in time. And now dropping down on the lower back.
Lower back. I'm telling you.
Whiskey in a lot of pain here in the middle of the ring. And now Joey kind of showing the crowd. See, this is who you're cheering for, and turning around to make sure they can see the agony on his face as he wrenches on the neck. But Whiskey making his way back to his feet. Couple of elbows there. Could he break out? He does. But right back to it goes Joey. Oh, good grief.
All of those antics are out the window when you get dropped on your back like that.
And only 2. Joey frustrated and flustered there as Whiskey kicks out. Tag team titles on the line here tonight at the TSW Plus Studios. I'm guessing if you're watching this on streaming, you are not here, so I'd like to encourage you to get your tickets to the next event. You can do so by heading over to our website, tswplus.com. We'd love to have you here live and in person to see this great action for yourself.
Yeah, I can vouch for that, folks. There is nothing like an in-person TSW experience. The electricity of this capacity crowd does it for me every time, and I just love it here. Look, I can tell you this. The City Boys they've lost their edge when it comes to the mental games because they are not functioning well right now.
Well, JP there using the kind of getting the ire up of
nice
Bino Blue, and then turns around and uses the distraction to choke Whiskey Sour. Oh, wow, that high knee drop.
High knee drop. Gotta love those.
1, 2 is all it's going to be good for, though, as Whiskey continues to fight. Is that the right thing to do at this point? I don't know, but he keeps doing it. These tags is made.
These guys are doing well with this double teaming.
They are cutting that ring right in half there. Wow,
nobody home,
JP's gone.
Oh, no, over the top rope.
There goes Joey now. These guys are outside of the ring.
Looks like Whiskey's getting his momentum back. Uh-oh,
wait a minute.
Here comes more of the gameplay.
Oh, we're going for a tag there, but wait a minute. JP is over there, and he removes the tag team partner from the equation.
I'm starting to like JP and Joey, man. These guys are playing a mental game that I don't believe that the City Boys were ready for. Oh, wow. Look at that athleticism, folks.
Amazing move there from Joey as he gets ready. Oh, he lands right on a pair of raised knees there. Whiskey Sour was ready. He's got to get over there and make that tag.
Is he gonna reach Blue? Is he gonna be able to make it, guys?
Joey's back on his feet, trying to drag Whiskey. Oh, wow, insecurity there. Joey is now making the tag to JP. In comes Bino Blue. Clothesline, back elbow. Double clothesline, clothesline. Uh-oh, what's it gonna be? Goes up, spine buster. 1, 2, and no! Joey there just in time.
Look, there was a lot of energy that Blue expensed just on that particular set because he's been just dying to get in. But once again, they brought him back down to his knees.
JP
Look at that strength, guys.
drug over to the corner there, and double team action there as the feathers fly. 1, 2, and no, it's not going to be 3, as now all 4 men are in the ring here. And let's see. Oh, good grief, the knee right up into the face.
Yeah.
Whoa, spear there. Look at that. Never seen that move from Whiskey Sour, but good grief, a knee right to the face. That probably broke the cheekbone there. Look at that.
I've never seen that move before. I don't know what that was Blue just did, but it was phenomenal.
Blue comes in now and makes the tag again, and Whiskey Sour is, what's it going to be here? Oh, wow. Nice teamwork there. 1, 2, 3, and that's going to be it.
We're going by pinfall, and still Dog Pound Tag Team Champions, the City Boys.
City Boys victorious here in tag team action. See the stars of Texas Style Wrestling live and save big using code ONTV. Get 20% off your tickets. That's general admission and reserved with code ONTV at checkout at TSWplus.com. Wrestling this good, 20% off tickets. That's what we call Texas Style savings. TSWplus.com. We're here with James Beard and Bill Colville, who go back to the days of the Sportatorium, working together with the Von Erichs from World Class Wrestling. And guys, talk to me about what Texas wrestling is.
Okay, James Beard. Been in the wrestling business for about 40 years now. Worked with World Class, Global, USWA, all at the Sportatorium, and then of course USWA in Memphis, and worked in Japan for about 7 years, and several other promotions. I worked with just about everybody in the business at one time or the other.
Well, the Von Erichs brought me in, and I was head of security and their personal bodyguards. And I got to work with everybody back then, from the Freebirds, Chris Adams, all the guys from WWE and WWF that came in when everybody was switching. And it opened up a lot of doors for me to handle security for a lot of other celebrities in top music business and things like that.
Texas style wrestling means to me is something that the fans can depend on and believe in. Something that's competitive. Competition is really a big part of that. You know, you may have guys that are known as guys who brawl and you know, big bully type guys, and then you may have some guys who are really technical, who are great wrestlers, and you have some guys that are great athletes who can do all the acrobatics and that kind of thing. All those guys fit into Texas style wrestling. But what puts it all together is when you can believe in it, when you see it and you know it's competition, you know it's real, and that's the difference sometimes. And that's why I say Texas style wrestling, because from the time I was a kid, when I watched it on old black and white television, to today when I'm involved in it like this, Texas style wrestling always means something that I can depend on and believe in and know that I'm going to get competition there.
Bill, you walked the Von Erichs, the Freebirds, all these great legends down to the middle of the Sportatorium every night. Talk to me about the feeling when that crowd erupted when you got down to the ring.
It was amazing. I mean, it was, if you're talking about the Sportatorium, we started our job the minute we left the dressing room, because that's where the fans were. That's where, didn't matter whether they were heel or babyface fans, they were there and they were going to take action no matter which door you came out of. And we had that big open space to try and get to the aisle going down. And that's where the seats weren't that far apart. And everybody was going, why were you always walking sideways? Because there wasn't room for me. You know, when we're going to the aisle, it was so narrow and the fans were out in there. And the reason I did it that way was just convenience at first, but as I got brought in and learned what I was really doing, then what I would do is stand up. Can I use him?
Yeah.
We'd be coming down like this, and I would have if they were wearing a robe, you can see back here, I'd have hold of the robe, and if not, I'd have my hands down on the back of their shorts, and we'd be walking, And that way, as they came out, you know, if they were coming this way, I could turn and pop that way, or I could turn and pop that way. And that's why I've got teeth marks here, broken bones,
Oh, wow.
knife wounds.
Hey, listen.
But that is a tooth mark right there.
Wow.
You'd be surprised how many times I walk back to the dressing room. There's a little foyer at the sportatorium. And I'd walk in there and Bill would have somebody sprawled out on the floor. And I'd have to step over him. I'd say, "How you doing, Bill?" And he'd say something really nasty to me and I'd go on. But it was amazing how seriously the fans took things and how important it was for Bill and his partners to be there so that things didn't get too far out of hand. And if they did, he took care of it.
Yeah.
And he's still doing that. That's why I'll make him come here.
Yeah, I got into this business about 20 years too late. Thanks, guys, so
You bet.
much.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Good to see you. Thank you.
Be sure to sign up now, TSWMatchandslam.com. That's TSW's free mobile wrestling game. That's right, free. TSWMatchandslam.com is where you can be the first to download this incredible new game featuring your favorite TSW superstars. Play, battle, slam with your friends anywhere in the world. It's wrestling action at your fingertips. Step into the ring anytime, anywhere. Go to TSWMatchandslam.com and get ready to play with Texas-style wrestling.
From Harlem, New York, by way of Cleveland, Ohio, weighing in at 232 pounds, the Dawn Father, Lou Gotti. From Tampa, Florida, weighing in at 220 pounds, the looks that kill, Ryan Idol.
Rolling right along here, and we got Brian Idle and Lou Gotti squaring off here, introduced tonight by the beautiful and newlywed Brittany.
Oh my goodness, yes. Yes. Yeah. Brian Idle, he's been doing a lot of work with NWA and been doing quite well. Lou Gotti, of course, you know, we know Lou. He's a teacher, a trainer, got that background, and he's pretty slick sometimes.
We've seen a lot of him here in TSW over the years and a lot more to come, I'm sure, as these two guys kind of testing each other out here in the early going of this match as the bell rings, and we're underway, James.
Yeah, a couple of really technically gifted guys right here, so this should be a good one.
Seeing some wrestling moves here as these guys kind of feel each other out, and there's an elbow. We thought we were going to see some wrestling holds and reversals there for a little bit, but we're going straight to the elbows.
That didn't last long, did it?
No, not at all.
Yeah. But Brian is a very athletic guy. I've been impressed with him the couple of times I've seen him here in TSW.
Flip into the corner now, up and over goes Brian. Here comes Lou, runs straight into that drop kick.
He just barely caught him on the edge of the eye with that thing.
Just enough to make him wonder where he is.
Yeah.
All right, back in.
Nice move. That could do it right. Oh, I thought you'd go for a pin there.
Gotti back up a little too quick on that one there for him to get that cover. Chop there. He's bouncing off of the ropes here, just bouncing right back into that series of chops. And here he goes, got the double underhook going here, and kind of softening him up with the knees.
Yeah, using a little bit of that MMA stuff on him.
Yeah. Hooks him up, gets a suplex, a count of only one.
Yeah, a little bit of a lackadaisical cover there, but I don't think Lou was done for anyway. So.
You can see how he thought he had him there.
Yeah, he's got to get a little breather out here. That's one of those veteran deals.
Said heading outside the ring and taking a break.
Yeah, taking a little bit of a break, getting his thoughts together, taking a little breath, that kind of thing. Yeah, he's gonna get to go outside again here.
He got a little help outside the ring this time.
I don't think that was a planned move.
almost in the laps of our front row audience there who are getting some good pictures tonight.
That move to the outside hurt a little bit more than the last one.
And look back there.
And Brian's going to go out and get him.
Yep. And in the background, look who's out there, and it looks like he's getting a little excited about this match is Nigel Rabbit.
Oh my goodness, he's everywhere.
Yeah, he's I guess he's just going to be out here lurking all night. Lurking, that's a good word for that. He's doing.
Perfect word for it.
There he goes. Does he have access to be out here during these other matches? I guess he does. He just told us he did.
Evidently, yeah.
All right, Gotti gets.
You didn't get a lot of height on that.
No, but there's zero give there on that ring apron.
Oh, that's true. That's probably the hardest part of the ring right there.
Absolutely. Gets pinned. Yep. Is it only 2 there? And you would have thought that would have softened that back up a little bit, and Gotti knows that he's going straight back to work on the back.
Yeah, he's definitely got a plan. There's no question about that. And that's one of the things that a veteran will do. You see a lot of the young guys will just do this, that, and the other. And, a veteran will start working on one body part and they'll keep going back to it, even if you lose from it for a minute. But that's Lou.
And I'm thinking in wrestling where you have to use that core of your body, you have to use that structure of your back.
Right to it again.
That is the place to go to work on, because that's going to be the most debilitating.
You start trying to find out, what are they going to here? What's the end game for them? And that's you start seeing them work on the body part. You can kind of get a guess that there's something there for them to work toward.
Draping him over those ropes now. That's only good for so long, so he just slingshots him back in the middle of the ring and goes for that pin. 2, and that's going to be all.
I tell you what, I've been really this is a little different take on things, but I'm really impressed with Sky. She's becoming a really good referee, and she's not afraid to get in there and get on them a little bit if she has to.
Yeah, and that's one thing that you definitely know a lot about. Of course, your referee background, James Beard, is sort of how you came to be so involved in pro wrestling. Look at Gotti tying him up there. This could be
get to work on that, though.
Yep. Yeah. This could be a tap out here. Let's see what happens.
That may be what he's been going toward all this time, working on the back. That if he gets it locked in good, that puts a lot of pressure on that back right there.
Absolutely, but he goes and makes his way over the ropes.
Yeah.
Now, you were talking about, of course, from your referee background and the work this guy is doing here. Tell us a little bit about her background and how she came to be in pro wrestling. Kind of an interesting backstory.
Well, she was born into it.
Yes.
And her mom, Jazz, in my opinion, the greatest female wrestler ever. And man, as tough as any man that ever walked into a ring. And of course, her father, Red Dog Rodney Bignall, you don't get them any better than that.
Yeah.
So she's been in the wrestling business since birth.
Yes. Yeah. There is no question that it is in her blood, 100%. And she is making a great move into professional wrestling as a referee. And that is one thing that you have to know every single thing that is going on in the ring. Isn't that right, James?
Absolutely. Yeah. And I don't know if Sky has aspirations of maybe moving from the referee role to competing at some point. Maybe not. Maybe she loves what she's doing and she'll stay there. But she's getting a really good education and doing a great job right now.
Absolutely, as we see a little bit of a comeback of sorts here from.
That's a nasty
wow.
move. Yeah.
And wow, that big forearm shot there sends Gotti just pounding to the mat. As we see a little bit of a comeback here from Brian Idle, who's coming off that corner now. Jumps over, up, and what's it going to be? Oh, wow! Huge moonsault there. 1, 2, and no!
Oh, I thought he had him.
So close.
There's that athleticism again. This guy's. I think this guy's impressing me a little bit. I think he has a future. He may be one of those guys that challenges Damage for that title at some point.
Yes, absolutely. Make no mistake about it. That is a move right there. Wait a minute. Did you see that?
Oh man.
Lou Gotti pulled Sky into the middle, and she almost got kicked for that effort of Lou Gotti, who's now going to work on Brian Idle here. Got him hooked up. Oh wow! Look at that backbreaker. Uses that double underhook. 1, 2,
and he got out.
Wow! Look at the resilience of Brian Idle kicking out after 2 and that terrible backbreaker that he just suffered, and his back has been suffering this entire match, James.
Yeah, he's been working on it the whole match and keeps going to it. definitely got a plan, like I said. Let's make it.
Backslide 1, 2, 3. Yeah. That's it.
That backslide's deadly, I tell you. That's the very move Terry Von Erich won the world championship with against Ric Flair years ago.
We've seen that move come in handy many times.
You get that leverage just right, they can't kick out of it.
That's right, and that latest usage of it here tonight sends Lou Gotti home with the loss. Be sure to show your Texas-style pride. Grab your official TSW merch at tswplus.com. T-shirt, caps, collector gear. The hottest TSW merch is at tswplus.com. Check it out today. Visit the online merch store and rep TSW in style.
Hi guys, it's your girl Misty Marks, and tonight I am facing the international superstar Christy James. Now Christy, you have traveled all over the world and beat some of the best and trained with the best. But tonight at TSW, you're gonna be in a ring with the baddest woman you've ever came encounter with, Misty Marks. Now I know what you're thinking. You came here to win championships, and I just came here to whoop some ass.
Bring the superstars of TSW to your area. TSW is ready to roll into your town. Email us contact at tswplus.com, and let's make your Texas wrestling event happen. We heard from Misty Marks a little bit earlier tonight, James Beard, and she is making her way to the TSW ring right now.
Yeah, Misty's a young wrestler, really, relatively speaking, and one of those dog pound graduates.
Yeah.
She's coming out of that school down there in San Antonio, and she's done quite well for herself here.
Looking to make her mark in Texas-style wrestling here. She, like you said, kind of on loan from Dog Pound Championship Wrestling.
From Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, the Brazilian Wonder Woman, Christy James.
Well, you saw just a little flash over coming out of that, out from in front of that video wall there, and there she is, Christy James, colorful, exciting, charismatic as she makes her way around the ring here.
There's an entrance for you.
Yep, always lots of color, lots of ceremony as she makes her way into the ring here. Christy James, ready to make her mark here in TSW.
Yeah, she's really proud of her Brazilian heritage and just an incredible performer, competitor, and a great gal. I like Christy a lot.
Absolutely top of the line professional wrestling here in Texas style wrestling, and what you're going to see here tonight is going to be a battle between Christy James and Misty Marks here, as this audience is going to be treated to one great matchup.
Well, there's definitely a disparity in style and also in experience in this match. Christy's been around a while. She's competed in all the top places and now competing in NWA as well. And Misty is just really starting to make her mark in the business, and she's done really well here in Texas.
Christy James has been around the world. She's defended titles on the national level, and she's here to make her mark in Texas-style wrestling. And as with everyone here on this card tonight, gold in their sights. Christy's got Misty locked up here. Misty goes behind, reverses it quite well, and now Misty here. And Christy wheels around with that side headlock there and is managing to get herself out of that predicament.
Well, both of these gals are well schooled in technical wrestling, so you're going to see a little bit of that.
All right, there you go. Good technical, good way to reverse it there. Snap mare, and now she's got Christy Jane's arm locked up behind her here, hammerlock there. Look at Christy roll out of that.
Sometimes I see a little bit of jazz in Christy's style, and that's a good thing.
Yes, absolutely. That's never a bad thing there. As Misty Marks working the arm now. Christy James, look at her roll out of it there.
Christy's using that ring.
Absolutely. Might as well use the equipment that's there, as Nigel Rabbit seems to be watching this match as well.
I've never seen Nigel manage a lady wrestler before.
Well, it could be in the future for us here in Texas Style Wrestling, as we have our first pin attempt there, good for only 2. Misty goes down, drags that arm, and Christy comes across, ducks under the clothesline, arm drag, rolls it up, 1, 2, no, 1, 2, not enough. What great action here in this match here. First time to see Misty Marks and Christy James tied up here in Texas Style Wrestling, James.
Well, that's the first little bit of a nasty move we've seen in this match.
Yeah, using that rope there is Misty Marks, who is quite impressive, just tough, just a very tough gal here.
She really is, yeah. And like I said, that she reminds me sometimes of her teacher, Jazz. And that move on the ropes was kind of one of those things Jazz would have done. She wanted to slow somebody down a little bit.
Definitely has done that as wow. She's now stretching out and working on the back of Christy James here as the referee checks. Nigel Rabbit lurking in the background. Looks like he's studying this match as well. And Christy James in a bad predicament right now.
Well, that would be a new thing for Nigel for sure, to have a lady wrestler in his crew.
Well, I agree. It just seems that he seems to be studying this match with the same intensity he has all the other bouts he's been out here for.
Yeah, you never know.
Or maybe he's just playing Words with Friends on his phone. I don't know.
I kind of doubt that part.
Probably not. He always seems to be working on his future in professional wrestling.
Looking for that edge.
Absolutely. And right now, the Rabbit Empire, that stable, tends to be a little on the lean side.
I've never seen it like that before.
Yeah.
I don't know if he did that on purpose or some of the guys just left or what happened, but he definitely is retooling right now.
In the corporate world, they would call it a rebuilding phase.
That's it.
Christy James back in the clothesline there. Comes back and wow! Misty Marks is going to go over and try to rethink her life there in the corner for a moment. As Christy James is back on her feet. A very athletic, colorful Christy James coming into the corner and nobody's home. Misty's got her, rolls her up using the ropes, and the referee catches it.
That's definitely a Jazz move there. Yeah.
And I wonder if Sky is used to seeing that one.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
Ooh, Christy running straight into that big boot of Misty Marks. Two, and I thought that would have been it there as Misty just caught Christy just unexpectedly with that huge boot. And Christy now trying to get back to her feet, and Misty's not helping, not one bit.
Yeah, but Misty's getting a little bit rough now.
Getting a little bit rough it is here as Christy James comes back and give her a little forearm shot of her own there and trying to stay on her feet is Christy James and Misty Mark with another of her own. And Christy is being held up loosely by that rope there and trading blows here, these two. If you think you're going to see a lot of prancing around the ring in a ladies match here in TSW, you are absolutely wrong. These gals are tough.
The Texas style wrestling is going to carry all the way through from the women, the men, it doesn't matter what they are.
Every division here in Texas style wrestling, same thing. Nobody's out here to dance, folks.
No, sir. No ballet.
And Christy James off the ropes now. Here comes Misty Marks. Look at that move. Oh, wow, the knee straight to the jaw.
Oh, that old Mr. Wrestling move right there.
And now Misty is down for the count. This has got to be it. No, she kicks out again. Misty Marks looking to make her mark here in Texas style wrestling, and what better opportunity to do it than with the veteran Christy James, who goes up and now gets a big face full of the mat.
Don't flatten your nose out.
Here comes Misty off the rope, and whoa! Christy's down. It's going to be a count here. This could be it. 1, 2, and oh no, that's it. Good for only 2 as Nigel Rabbit looks on and seems to kind of recoil to the reaction of the crowd there from that. Uh-oh, we have it rolled up here again, a pin. Uh-oh, we had the tights there. That's it! Ha-ha!
That was a veteran move for
Here's
you.
your winner by pinfall, Christy James.
Rolled up in a pin that looked like she couldn't get out of. The tights were held, and she managed to roll it up herself and reverse it and get the win over Misty Marks here. In her return match to Texas Style Wrestling, Christy James is victorious.
The following contest is your main event and a street fight. Introducing first from Georgetown, Texas, weighing in at 240 pounds, 100 proof Moonshine Man.
trash can and whatever its contents may be here. This is going to be insane, Rashad.
If that trash can is any sign of what's to come, this is going to be one of the greatest matches TSW has ever shown.
And in doing so, it's not necessarily even a wrestling match. This is something that James Beard, in his role from The Office,
From Napa Valley, California, weighing in at 225 pounds, the connoisseur, Niles Planquet.
he came out here after Planquet coming out here and ranting and made this a street fight, and now it is underway. Cut the music, turn the lights up. This match is on.
Yeah, the one thing that I noticed is that Niles did not come out ready to fight. He came out like he should have had a glass of wine in his hand.
Well,
and he didn't think he was ready for a street fight for sure.
In most cases, he does come out here with a glass of wine in his hand. Fortunately, he did not bring that this time. It could have been used as a weapon against him. Planquet, of course, I don't want to discredit him in any way, shape, or form, though. While he may be a classy individual, the man can also fight. I've seen him do it.
Well, I can tell you this. I can tell you one thing, guys. This capacity crowd here in TSW is definitely about to get their money's worth. This thing is spilling out into the crowd.
They might have this very match be taking place in their own lap. As Mantell, forearm shot to Planquet now, who staggers. Forearm shot again. Our cameras will do their best to keep you into the action here.
Off of the table of the concession stand where the apparel is.
All right, we've got the guys over there following the best they can out of here. There's liquid flying over there as now these guys are fighting in the crowd, and well, these fans are getting more than they bargained for.
Yeah, but I can tell you that was a hard elbow to the head. I can't tell you exactly what's going on over there, but I know it's nothing nice.
It sounds like you've dropped a cantaloupe on the floor. That's when you know you've done some damage to the head there.
Well, I can tell you, these fans are all for it, ladies and gentlemen. They are up. They are looking at every ounce of action that's going on over there in this street fight. Making their way back to the ring.
Planquet is deliriously trying to get somewhere, and that looked like that somewhere might be the ring. And this is, we're doing our best to bring you all the action, folks, but here it is, a street fight. James Beard booked it this way and came out here and told us that this is what was going to happen as a result of the complaining by Planquet last week.
Well, I can tell you right now, Niles is not enjoying himself. He stands up with a trash can on his head.
Hey, they threw him in the trash, and here he comes blindly trying to get back to the ring. This crowd needs to stay out of the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't think anyone was ready for what's happening in front of us right now.
Referee Furman Perez, what even does he do here? Oh, good grief. Planquet grabbing the first thing he finds, which he happened to fall into, which was that trash can that Mantell brought out here from the back.
So ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, there is no qualification here. Everything is a part of the match, and they are using everything but the kitchen sink. They are removing the mat in front of us as we speak, ladies and gentlemen.
Planquet has now peeled back that protective padding which covers the cement floor here at ringside, and no.
Yeah, we got to get these fans out of here.
He was going for,
ladies and
wow.
gentlemen. He caught some of the concrete on that, ladies and gentlemen. This is definitely a street fight.
I don't think I've ever seen anybody bounce quite that bad. That was awful. And yes, he did catch some of that concrete there. Body slam now, right onto the concrete. I don't even think I've seen street fights this brutal.
I can tell you, Moonshine didn't come to play. He is grabbing for that trash can again, right on the back.
Oh, good grief.
Niles Planquet.
This crowd is on their feet.
How can you not be?
Everybody's got their phones.
Oh, nobody home, baby. I know that right forearm is in pain right now as he runs right into the steel post.
That's going to take a while before he's able to use that arm again after going in there. Of course, Niles Planquet, with all that experience, he goes straight to work on the arm that Mantell himself injured.
Yeah, it looks like Niles has gotten the momentum back. Hitting that steel post, he's going to have that momentum for a while.
Moonshine, with everything he has, trying to make some sort of a comeback here.
But he is cranking on that arm.
Yep. Planquet wisely going back to work right on that arm, and then now drapes it over that rope with that steel cable underneath. We call them ropes. They're steel cables that are wrapped for looks, but when your arm is draped across it like that and pulled back, it's doing a severe amount of damage. As referee Furman Perez checks now on Mantell. Here comes Planquet with that wooden chair.
These chairs have no give, ladies and gentlemen.
Ramming it into that injured arm now of Moonshine Mantell. And into the ring goes Planquet after throwing Mantell in. I think this crowd can breathe again for a moment, maybe even take their seat.
I can tell you, this crowd is out for blood. They're out here asking for tables. They want more damage.
Yeah, fortunately, I think the tables here are all have something on them. But that's never stopped these guys before, I should say.
I can tell you, Niles is taking a quick break as he thinks about the next disastrous thing that he wants to do to Moonshine. He's trying to figure out what he can do with that chair as he does a hand stomp, ladies and gentlemen.
Mantell being slammed into the corner. Planquet firmly in control here. Rams that chair into the gut of Mantell. Mantell trying to block it with his arms and only causes more damage to the arm. Uh-oh.
It's just a matter of time. He is up on the second rope, ladies and gentlemen. What is Planquet about to do?
Oh, he's stopping the grapes, but he's doing it with the chair. He loves to stomp those grapes. And this time he does so with the wooden chair, which he stole from an audience member who now has nowhere to sit.
It's looking like Moonshine is having second thoughts about jumping into this street fight.
Well, you know, it started as Planquet came out here complaining, and then James Beard came out and said he's told James Beard he's not wrestling Moonshine Mantell ever again. And James said no. Good grief, into that post.
Nobody home.
James said no, you will not wrestle Mantell, and you're going to face him in a street fight. So wrestling, I would think this would just be wasted motion here tonight.
Yeah, Planquet has definitely mounted great offense here, and it does not look like Mantell is able to recover. More damage coming from the chair, obviously.
Oh, no.
He's going back to that arm, ladies and gentlemen.
We've seen this before. The chair being wrapped around the arm. We saw this, something very similar. Oh, boy. This is not good. Moonshine Mantell could be out of commission for a very long time if Niles Planquet accomplishes what he's going for here. He's making his way up now. He's on the top rope. Mantell is up. Planquet not paying attention. Floating to the crowd there, and the chair becomes airborne thanks to Mantell, who throws it at him and knocks him right off of that top rope.
I've said it time and time again. You will always get caught if you end up pandering to the crowd. If you have momentum, you need to stick with the momentum. You need to be intentional, have purpose, because pandering to this crowd doesn't get you anything but hurt.
Both men on their feet now, and good grief, Mantell come in like a freight train, running late, and he's pounding away.
Midsection body chop, midsection body chop.
Planquet waiting for him. He goes in now. What's it going to be here? He's got his head in there again like he's going to give him that pile driver he intended to give him out here on the concrete. Oh no, Mantell is up on his feet. Planquet in a bad spot. Oh my God. Good grief, that lariat. 1, 2, 3, it is over.
Here's your winner by pinfall, Moonshine Mantell.
Niles Planquet was no match for Moonshine Mantell in that Alabama slam and lariat following up with it. And that pin, 1, 2, 3, there is your winner. And I tell you what, folks, we'll be back here, right here next week. Another great episode, TSW Plus app. And, of course, get your tickets and be here with us next time at tswplus.com. For Rashad, I'm Bob Malden. It's been great to have you along tonight. We'll see you next week.